Good morning, lovies. So today is day 7. It's interesting, yesterday was day 6 and the moon was like half full. And we're halfway to New Year's. So today is one day closer. Good morning, how are you? Did I say that already? It's also my biological mother's birthday today. So I called her, wished her happy birthday. So if you watch this later, happy birthday again. I love you so much. Okay. Now, let's do the burn first. So I got my little jar. Here we go. Okay. It's getting less and less in here. Let me see. Which one are we gonna use? This one. Number 11. To remember to play, treasure, and dance with my inner self, and stay young at heart. That's a life goal, right? Yes. Play, treasure her. Treasure your inner you. Remember all the things you used to love. Ooh. Yes. Heal and play with your inner child. Because you need to. Do things that you love, do things you enjoy, do things that make you happy. Yesterday I went skating for the first time in like 2 months. I've been jonesing to go, and I started working, and my schedule, I just haven't made the time, and I've been jealous because my husband's been going a lot while I'm working, and I finally got to go yesterday, so that was a lot of fun. It just gives me more motivation to finish our basement so we can skate in our basement, which will be even more fun. So today I am all warm and fuzzy and feeling loved. I get my tattoos today, finally. I don't have to reschedule. I had to reschedule once because I had it all set up, and then my work schedule changed because someone was on vacation. I had to work 8 days straight, but it's okay. So now today is my new day, and we get to go up to Loveland, which I love, and meet Kay for the first time in the shop, and go check out Fallen Desires, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to pull my cards and see where it goes, and I will post pictures later. Maybe a little video. We'll see how it goes. See how I'm feeling, where the day takes me. So moon cards. So I went to bed last night, and do you ever get restless when you try to fall asleep? Like my bangs. Anyway, do you ever get restless? Like, my legs get really restless sometimes when I'm trying to go to bed, trying to go to sleep, and I have to like get up and do stuff. But last night it wasn't my legs, it was my hands. I had to color and keep myself doing stuff. I painted my nails, and painted my toes, and I listened to music, and I colored, and then I was able to go back to sleep. But some days I just can't go to sleep. I think I noticed that if I eat too close to the time that I go to bed, or if I have sugar, it's really bad with my legs. I get totally restless. But last night with my hands, I had to draw or do something. Anyway, so I stayed up till about 11, and then I went to bed and slept all night, which was very nice. So moon cards first. Let's do. I'm gonna grab my little my little broccoli dude. I'm going to take a stuffy with me to my appointment. I'm just deciding which one. So, let's see. Diana, be one with nature. Yes, that is, oh, you know what that reminds me? I don't have my music on. So I'm going to pause this for just 1 second and put on my music, and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. I got my music going, so I feel, there we go. That's a little more complete. One with nature, yeah. So I watched this, I've been watching this video. It's like a great big tree with sunlight beams and like these little butterflies and fairies floating around. It's very soothing. But it'll be nice to be out in Loveland because it's closer to the foothills, and there's lakes and just more nature out there, more trails and things. So I get to go spend time up there today. It's one of my favorite places here. Yeah, and get some beautiful artwork on my body. So I'm really looking forward to that. And my husband and I are going to go have breakfast and then head out there. So it'll be fun. Alright, now this is my self-care cards. I'm trying to do this. No, try not to speed through it, but I do have to get ready, and it's like an hour and a half drive up to Loveland from where we are. But I wanted to say good morning and do my cards with you because I enjoy doing this. Okay. Choose honesty. Find yourself making up an excuse as to why you can't do something to let someone down gently. Choose honesty. If the truth is, I'm tired, or I'd like to do this, but I've got too much on, just say it. You'll feel better for it. And saying no to plans is okay. If you want to stay in, it's okay. If you need time to yourself, if you're burned out, if you just, want some peace. If your plans change, it's no big deal. Just reschedule. If you need the time, take the time for you. If you need it. It's your life, it's your time. You decide what you create, what you do, and just don't forget to value yourself enough to take care of yourself. So, okay, we'll go to, where's my, oh, there it is. Sorry about this stuff on my bed. I've got all my art buckets and I've got my coloring books, and I was painting my nails last night. I've got all my nail polish in here. All my little stuffies. Okay. little preview there. Let me get this so it won't move. This little tripod thing. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to do the traditional deck first, and then I'll get into my kawaii deck, and then I'll do the new deck. So how does it feel doing a card for you? Did you like that yesterday? I think I'm going to do another one like that today. Maybe this, they're not all, about me, but maybe cards for you too. I only have all these. Oh, I have some of these overturned. Okay. What did I do yesterday? Let's see. Okay. I shuffle these a little bit. One out. I'm feeling this one. Ooh. King of Wands. Let's see what that one says. Let me get my book. King of Wands. 791. Oh, I've only drawn that once. So here's to 2. Okay, the King of Wands is an assertive and charismatic leader, willing to take chances and inspire action in others. He clearly expresses his creative imagination and is good at bringing his vision into reality. Unlike the Queen, he is not keen on working behind the scenes or in pursuit of someone else's vision, preferring to inspire others to help him bring his own vision into reality. He is good at influencing others and may become domineering, refusing to compromise his vision. He has little patience with those who do not share his confidence and determination and his clear sense of focus. He will always take charge and shape the situation in a way that he wants or which advances his own plans. Sometimes he may struggle to understand that there are quieter forms of strength which are just as powerful as he is. Quieter forms of strength, yes. There are. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to pull this one for you, okay? This one's going to be your card today. Just getting a feel. This one. Queen of Cups, drawing royalty today. All right. Queen of Cups. Oh no, draw that once as well. This is 2 times for that one. Okay, so, like I said, this one's for you. Kind and tender-hearted towards others, this queen is empathetic and strongly in touch with her psychic side and her powerful imagination. She is sensitive and feels intensely, but has the power to hold these feelings and also to share them with others, to inspire or reassure them, as well as being good at connecting her own feelings. She can encourage others to acknowledge and express their own feelings and is likely to be seen as caring and compassionate figure. She is closely connected with her dreams and intuition and is often shown with at least 1 foot in the waters of the unconscious. She symbolizes emotional integrity, nurturing others with her love and care. She is often artistic and creative, seeking ways of expressing her emotions tangibly and in ways others can understand. She may also have a deep connection to the spiritual side of life. I feel like that one was for me too. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Kawaii deck. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull cards. If they resonate with you, awesome. If you'd like me to do different kinds of tarot spreads, let me know. I have some. Oh, this one just jumped out. 3 of Wands. Is that like a little llama with a bow? I don't know. What's that in the boat? Oh, it's like a little cats in the boats, in the leaf boats. Anyway, okay. So 3 actually popped out. I will read these next. 3 of Wands. Now, like I said, there's so in this book, I've only done a couple of readings other ways a few times when I was first learning. Let me get to the back. So card spread. So I can do. The examples are 3 cards for past, present, and future. Issue, action, outcome. Body, mind, spirit. Situation, opportunity, challenge. And on and on. On it goes. And then there's also the Celtic Cross, which is pretty elaborate. Which I've done that once. And then I know there's other ones I looked up online. But anyway, let me know and let's see. Okay, 3 of Wands, that's where we were, sorry. 3. Okay, that's 4, so that's 5 times today. Or that I've drawn this card. Alright. The 3 of Wands is a card of explaining your vision and exploring the unknown. It can indicate that you have achieved quite a lot already and that now is the time to evaluate those achievements and decide which of them to build on. You have stepped onto the path and maybe even traveled some way down it, and now is the time to decide where it will lead you next. The 3 is always a number of integration, and the 3 of Wands asks for the integration of what has gone before with what will come next. This means looking at the bigger picture and perhaps considering what is still unknown to you, calling on all of your knowledge to experience and see clearly as you can. The 3 of Wands is a card of foresight and also leadership, for in making your own choices, you can inspire others to do the same. All right, let's see. The next one, I was shuffling these and like 4 cards came out, so I'm going to read all of these. Sometimes they just come out and they're meant for you. The Moon, little lobster. Okay, the Moon. 18. Okay, that is 5 on that one for me too. Okay, keywords: cycle, imagination, shadow, illusion. The moon can be a shadowy figure indicating shadows and illusions as well as imagination and dreams. This card symbolizes the unconscious mind and the darkness, which we often see frightening. We fear the unknown, but it also brings great gifts of imagination and inspiration. The moon symbolizes the knowledge we hold deep in ourselves, the embodied wisdom which goes beyond our intellect and connects us to our instincts and intuition. Intimately connected with our feeling self, the moon asks us to listen to the wisdom of our emotions and to acknowledge their power. Not ignore them. Delving deep into ourselves, we may encounter fears and delusions, perhaps old emotional patterns which no longer serve us, and we can bring them into the moon's gentle light and let them go. The moon is connected with the cycles of growth and decay and asks us to pay attention to those cycles in our lives, learning when to let our energies build and when to release them. The darkness is just as important as the light, allowing us to nurture the seeds of new growth and also to rest and retreat when we need to. The moon card always indicates the activity of the unconscious. This may be our personal unconscious mind speaking to us through dreams, fears, and feelings, but may also be the collective unconscious. The moon shows our connection to this more universal shadow, the aspects of it we connect to most deeply, and how that connection affects us. So in a reading, the moon suggests that this is a time with linear thinking. This is a time when linear thinking will not work. Instead, you need to go with the flow, follow your intuition, and let your inner voice guide you. It may be a time of psychic or intuitive awakening when you are learning to listen to new forms of knowledge. You may need to be careful not to be overwhelmed with fears or anxieties. Your instincts can guide you to know what is real and what is an illusion. So follow your intuition and let your inner voice guide you. Just go with the flow. You are learning to listen to new forms of knowledge. So I feel like try not to plan too much. See where the day takes you. Go with the flow. Let your inner voice and intuition guide you. and let go of all your anxieties and your fears. Be open to whatever happens today, with all the possibilities. Listen to the words that you hear from music, what people tell you as little signals. I see nature and things as little signals from the universe, among like a million other things that connect me with it. So just be open to experience it. Okay, the next was the 9 of coins, which is pentacles. This little poodle. Cute little poodle. Look, my phone is focusing today. Alright. So, 9 of coins, 9 of pentacles. This here the end. There we go. So that's 6 for me on that one. So the 9 of Pentacles brings the rewards of your own efforts and the sense of security which comes from having achieved your goals. This is a card of discipline, self-control, and self-reliance, and of reaping the rewards of a long application of those qualities. The images for this card usually show a solitary figure standing in a garden, which symbolizes fruition and fulfillment. The 9 of Pentacles indicates a time when you can enjoy a sense of material security and the knowledge that you have achieved that for yourself through your own hard work. This card symbolizes wealth and abundance, success and satisfaction, all coming from a sense of dedication to purpose and a strong, clear focus. It can mean taking the time to enjoy what you have, feel secure in your values, and the comfort you have built for yourself. I was just talking about this with my husband last night. Hang on, I gotta switch my foot is falling asleep. Oh, needles. Pins and needles. Hold on a second. Oh, look at this. I was sitting the wrong way. Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to kick the camera there. So we were talking last night about how I want to focus this year. Next coming year. This year, at the beginning of January, we kind of wrote some stuff down about what we want to focus on and work on, and try to shop more secondhand and live more within our means, and reuse as much as we can. And I still want to do that, but I want to go through. It's kind of like how I do grocery shopping. Like shop your pantry first, right? And before you restock. So you use up what you have and it doesn't go bad, but also use what you have first. It's also a rule in the kitchen, first in, first out. So use what you need to first before you resupply. Oh, pins and needles, sorry. It's still there. Okay. All right, there we go. It's starting to wake up. Youch. All right. So we have usually when I go thrift store shopping, I try to bring in things that bring me joy, and then I edit what I have and either redonate them or give them to somebody who needs it or would like it more than me. Appreciate it more than I do, I should say. So I don't know. I'll just give things away just because I either want to, or I see that somebody needs something that I have, or redonate it so somebody can appreciate it and use it if I'm not doing so. So I want to use up what I have, mend what I have, keep what I've got. Before buying new stuff. Yesterday we were going to go out and take my dad out to lunch, but we got there and he was all comfy in his chair and he didn't want to go anywhere. So we just stayed there and talked with him for like an hour, and visited with him, which was nice because Dallas doesn't get to see him as much as I do. And he appreciates that. So, so that was nice visiting with him. And then my dad went on a cruise like 5 years ago or so, with a lady friend of his, and he took a cruise around to Prague to Paris. And it was one of the best trips of his life. And on the ship, they had this guy who played the zither, which is kind of like I don't know, it's like a handheld almost like mini harp steel guitar kind of thing. Anyway, the music's really interesting. But he has his CD and he loves to listen to it. So we went to the thrift store yesterday and found a CD player, and it had built-in speakers and everything. And we tested it out there and it worked. So it was a great find. And so I'll give that to him when I go back to work tomorrow. But I wanted to talk about this tangent. So my husband and I were talking yesterday, and I guess I've been in this movement a lot of people are doing without realizing it was a thing right now. I think just being born in the 80s and growing up without technology, really, and wanting to get back into that kind of lifestyle, I used to, when you used to go to music stores to buy, the latest single or the new album that just came out, and you go home, I'd sit on my bed, play the album, and read the lyrics in the book, and just listen to the whole thing from beginning to end. I mean, how often do we do that anymore, So it's, it's moments like that. And then things like, I buy records because they sound good and I enjoy them. But it's also like, I feel like streaming is kind of so lazy because you can just let it play and let it go, which is fine. But there's something about like pulling a record out of its sleeve and putting it on the player and playing it, and switching sides and, changing CDs out. And so I'm kind of, what I'm trying to get at is I'm kind of leaning into the older technology because I really don't enjoy streaming stuff. It's like we're fed what they want us to see and hear with, commercials and ads and whatever going on at the time. So I very much like no interruptions. And, I've been buying up DVDs and music CDs and records and, physical books have always been a thing. I'm not really a fan of the e-readers anyway because I like the feel of physical books. And to hold it and to carry it and smell the pages and, all of that. But going back to a simpler time, really. So just to enjoy that more peaceful way, I feel like everybody's in a rush. Everybody needs answers like right away. And, back when we had answering machines and, we didn't have cell phones and we would like go over to our friend's house and ask them if they could play, or call and leave a message and then, get an answer like a couple days later or later that day. It wasn't so instant, we had more time to play outside and be in the moment. I feel like we're so distracted with our phones. So I'm trying to use it less and less. This is really the only time that I'm on it is when I do these videos, unless I'm calling somebody. So yes, they're convenient to look up things, but I try not to have it take up so much of my time because I'd rather experience things. It's like I don't really take a lot of pictures. I try to remember to do so, but I'm mostly in the moment so much that I forget. And sometimes it's nice to forget and not use technology. Old cameras I love too. It's really cool to see how stuff used to be made. And the quality of things that used to be made is, I feel like, so much better than stuff now. It's just cheap and fast and get it out. Stuff doesn't last, stuff breaks, and, I don't know. It's just not the same. So I'm going to go back to the time where you, played in the driveway and start my incenses. I'm going to move it over here. was right next to me. So, yeah, when you played in the driveway and, were outside and connected with your friends, and it didn't matter what time it was, It's like you just spent the time together. So, I don't know. I'm going to focus more on that now and next year, just to kind of scale it back a little bit. Enjoy what I have, keep what I love, keep what brings me joy, and mend, repurpose, recycle, try and make a smaller impact. So, my husband and I were talking this morning. It's like, yeah, we went out yesterday. So we didn't end up taking my dad out to dinner. So it was like noon by the 12:30 or whatever by the time we left, and we hadn't had breakfast because we were going to take him out. So we went out to breakfast at a local place, and spent $30 on breakfast. And then we went to the thrift store to find a CD player for him, which we did, and we ended up spending, I think, $60 in total. But we got this really cool big humidifier, and I got 2 pairs of shoes, and we got some DVDs that were series of things, of shows that we love and movies that we didn't have. Sorry, I keep opening the camera. Which is going to bring us joy later. And I found a hair crimper, which I've been looking for a while. For those of you in the 80s, and I might even do that today if I have time. Which is really cool to find. So that'll be fun to use that again. And then, if you don't know what a hair crimper is, it's like a straightening iron, but it's in a zigzag shape. So, it makes your hair this kind of not wavy like an S, wavy like a Z. Anyway, it was a thing back then. So I'm bringing it back. But yeah, I enjoy old technology. So, and I never had camcorders or anything growing up. We never had home movies or anything like that. So it's great that smartphones have this capability to record and do all of this. When we didn't have that technology before, for me to be able to do something like this. So that's really nice. But yeah, it's the, and he was telling me, it's like you miss out if you just, ordering stuff online is great and it's convenient, but you miss out on the human connection with the other people that come into your world. And then you also miss out on the exploration of finding things. You might be looking for something specific, but I love going to thrift stores because everything is pre-loved. Someone loved that in their life at one point, and you get to carry that on for somebody else, right? You never know what you're going to find. Sometimes I look for specific things. Sometimes I go in not looking for anything specific, and I find all these amazing things. And just be open to, what's going to happen. And find things I didn't know I needed, or I've been looking for a long time. We had a couple of movies on my list of things that we want to get eventually, once we find them in a secondhand store or some way, and not having to rent it or buy it new. So all the movies we got were $3, which is gonna bring us hours of joy. But I've been looking for this movie for a couple of months. It was the 96? Was it 96? 98? The Romeo and Juliet with Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, such a great movie. I had the music in my head and I've been wanting to watch it, so I finally found it yesterday. And my husband wanted the first Shrek. We found the second one last month somewhere at a different thrift store. And we kept looking through all the cases, and like Shrek 2 would have, oh no, it was like the original Shreks would have either the missing movie or the second version, the second movie, or something like a wrong disc inside it. And so, yeah, be sure to check your movies before you go out of the store, because it's such a popular one. So there was a Shrek 2 that we had bought last month, and I'm like, okay, we'll just be on the lookout for the first one. And yesterday I went, and there was a case for Shrek 2, and I opened it up, and it was the first movie. So we ended up getting it anyway. We watched that last night. The Muffin Man. Oh, control buttons. The part with the little gingerbread guy. Oh, it's so cute. Anyway, it's a great story. But we hadn't seen it in forever, and now we found it, and so we have the first and second one. But little things like that, it's like, it almost means more to me when you have something on your list and you just put it out in the universe, and you're, don't know when it's going to cross your path, but eventually you find it. And it's the greatest feeling, instead of going out and just, running to Best Buy or buying something from Amazon, like getting the specific thing you need, and sometimes it's good for things like that, but mostly I am on the whimsy of the universe these days, and you feel this connection when that happens, or something you see where it takes you back to your past, fills you up with all these good memories. Like, my husband had found a CD of Jim Kuth, hopefully I'm saying that right, which I didn't know that he bought. I think it was when this little place in Keensburg, this little town, has a really cute little thrift store. So we went like last month, and he got a bunch of music from there, and that was one of them. So it's, if you're familiar, he has a lot of great like love songs from like the 70s. If I Could Spend Time in a Bottle was one of my favorites, and that's on that CD. So I was listening to that this morning, and that took me back to like when I was growing up. Like, my parents used to play music like that, so that was really comforting and homey. And so, wow, okay, I'm almost at 38 minutes. I just feel really safe, so I want to keep talking, but I have things I have to do today. So I love you. Have a blessed day. I'm sending light and love and magic out to you, hopefully filling your cup. Give yourself time, give yourself patience, give yourself grace. Know that you deserve beautiful things in this world, and you deserve to spend time with yourself and love yourself. I can't say that enough. So, have a beautiful day, and I'll send pictures, and yeah, I'm gonna go get tattooed. Okay. Love you guys.